Hi, my name is Bob. I'm making this video for a friend of mine and anyone else like him who has never had a piano lesson, knows very little about music, but who has always wanted to be able to just play a simple melody and play simple chords with it, just to have fun. So I'm going to show him and you how to do that very easy. And by the name of the video, chord tone tracking, I'm going to explain that, just what a chord tone is and what I mean by tracking. So I'm going to demonstrate it first, then I'm going to explain this thing. It's all very simple. There's two things. There's one thing you have to remember about melodies, and that's all melodies of all songs. There's two kinds of notes. There's harmony notes, and then there's non-harmony notes. Harmony notes are the notes within the melody with which you play a chord. And then the non-harmony notes are the notes where you don't play a chord. It's those harmony notes you want to focus on when you're playing your melody. So, now the chords. There's three things you need to know to be able to do this fifth chord tone tracking. When, what, and where. Well, we've already taken care of when there's a harmony note. That's when. So we've taken care of the first of those three things, when. Now, what? The what is what's called diatonic triads. They are three-note chords made up of all key of C or white notes. And here they are. Or with the right hand, now, I don't know if you can see, I hope so, you can see that all of these are 5 white notes wide, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're going to be playing the first, third, and fifth of those 5. The next one starts from the second note of the scale and does exactly the same thing. First, third, and fifth of those 5. First, third, and fifth of those 5, etc. And there's 7 of them. There's 7 diatonic scale notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's a diatonic triad built from each of those notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's very easy. It's 5 white notes wide, and you play the first, third, and fifth, whether it's the right hand or the left hand. It's a little uncomfortable because I have this piano in a little different, unusual place. But anyway, now, they're called diatonic triads because there's 3 notes. That's the triad part. They're diatonic because they're all of the diatonic scale notes. None of those black ones are used. the three notes are always three of those. So they're diatonic triads. So that answers the what part. Now, let me give you a little tip about playing those. You play them with the three most comfortable fingers. If someone was to tell you you must play a chord with a certain finger, don't listen to them. Don't believe them. Play with the three most comfortable fingers. Now, I'm going to offer you a very easy tip. If you hang your hand very loose and then flip it over, you will find that the distance from your ring finger to your thumb, and that's on both hands, covers 5 notes real comfortably. Real comfortable. Now, the only thing that's missing is that middle note. And the perfect finger to do that when you're using those two is, right now you have what's called a pyramid chord shape. If you were to play connect the dots from here to here to here, you'd have a pyramid shape. Well, curl this index finger down, and now you have a straight line shape chord. That's 5 wide. A straight line shape, 5 wide. Now, use those 3 fingers to play the diatonic triads. And the octave. Same 3 fingers for the same reason. Hang it loose, flip it over. That distance is just perfect for 5 notes. Anywhere on the keyboard. And so all you have to add is the 3rd one. So those are the diatonic triads. Starting from C and built from each one of those 7 notes. And then the octave. Those answer the what. Remember, there's when, what, and where. Well, we've taken care of the when there's a harmony note. What? Diatonic triads. Where? Now, this is where the tracking part comes in. Now, on those diatonic triads, the chord tones are the 1st, 3rd, and 5th. Every time. 1st, 3rd, and 5th chord tone. 1st, 3rd, and 5th chord tone. 1st, 3rd, and 5th chord tone. Now the 3rd and 5th have a couple of different qualities, but never mind the quality, just the numerical value. Now the chord tones are simply the scale tones of what's called the fundamental or root. The numerical value of that scale. The 1st, 3rd, and 5th of C, the 1st, minor 3rd, and 5th of D, but again, never mind the quality. There's 2 qualities of thirds, major and minor. But just the numerical chord tone value. They're always 1st, 3rd, and 5th, working upwards pitchwise. 1st, 3rd, and 5th. 1st, 3rd, and 5th. 1st, 3rd, and 5th. Now, the where part. Wherever the harmony note occurs, you find that note an octave below, and that's where you bring the diatonic triad that's 5 wide, and it's your straight line chord, and you bring the 5th chord tone to that harmony note an octave below, and that's where you must remember this. A kiss is still a kiss. A sigh is just a sigh. Now, that very last note, the 3rd of the scale E, that's not the 5th chord tone. The reason is that is the resolution note for the verse. All verses resolve. All verses have a resolution note, and they're usually the 1st, 3rd, or 5th of the scale. And regardless of which one, you always play a 1 chord with it to resolve. Remember that. At the end or very near the end, you will find your resolution note. Play a 1 chord with it. The 1 chord is that diatonic triad where the bottom note starts on the C. Because these are numbered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So a 1 chord is your resolution chord. And virtually all verses have them. Now, I've made this up right here. I know it's a little hard to see, but if you open up, if you hit the little, I think it's show more button below the screen, this is going to be there. These, let me see if I can hold that still. Those are the diatonic triads. The symbol, their names, numerically in Roman numerals, and then the notes that make them up. And those are the 7 diatonic triads that I just showed you. Now, this next group is a group of non-diatonic triads that I've selected to harmonize those 5 black ones. And you'll notice that over here where I'm showing the notes, the middle notes are all black. That is to indicate that they are black piano keys. So the 3rd chord tone is the black, or will always be black on those 5 chords. And the 1st and 5th will always be white. And here they are. So here's our 5 black ones. And you will need to harmonize those. And here's the chords: A, C minor, D, F minor, G minor. And they're written down right there. You can copy and paste this into a Word file. Also, down below you will find this. This is a little diagram of the keyboard, and it gives the note names. Now you'll notice that the black ones, they all have 2 names. And that's because the black ones raise the naturals, that's what these are called, a half tone or lower a half tone. When you raise it, it's called a sharp. When you lower it, it's called a flat. So if you go C sharp or D flat, so it gets 2 names. Same thing with this one: D sharp, E flat, F sharp, G flat, G sharp, A flat, A sharp, B flat. That's why they have 2 names. You can refer to them either way, depending which of the naturals it's either raising or lowering. Copy and paste this one too. It also shows middle C. Now, I've crossed this out, so just ignore that. So, now, one last thing. I was playing that melody with my right hand with chords. Now, I prefer to play the melodies with my left hand and chord harmonies with my right. And you do it exactly the same, except when you hit the harmony note, instead of finding it below, you find it above. Now, let me give you a tip about how to very quickly, you can find it either by name, F, F, or you can count 8 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, don't do it that way. You can do it by number, 1, 2, 3, 4 of the scale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't do it that way. Every note, every white note has a unique location in relation to the black one. If we could not see the black keys, we couldn't tell what notes they are. We have to have those black keys there and that unique relationship. Now, you'll notice that the first three, C, D, E, are closest to the two black ones. Below, within, and above. Then the other 4 of the 7 are right here, closest to the 3 black ones. Below, the bottom of the 2 within, the top of the 2 within, and then just above it. So these 3, closest, C, D, E, closest to the 2 black ones, that's your landmark. I call these landmark locators. And these 4, closest to the 3 black ones. So that's how you determine your harmony note, by its landmark location. Your brain is doing this for you automatically with its peripheral vision. So take advantage of that. Landmark location, shift down here real quick about this distance, you will see the landmark and then go to the location. So you can find those notes an octave below or an octave higher by that landmark location. Let's do one at random. Let's take this one. This one. The B. G. Or locating it an octave above. See, so you don't need to remember note names, just be aware of the landmark location of the harmony note. And that's where you bring your diatonic triad with the 5th chord tone to. The next harmony note is here. The next harmony note is the C. The next harmony note is D. The next harmony note is way back down here. And then our resolution note with the 1 chord. Now, like I said, I like to play melodies with my left hand and the chords with my right. So I'll play that same thing with high harmony. Resolution, 1 chord with a resolution note. Once again, I'll go slower. tuck this finger out of the way so you can see them clear. So you can see wherever the harmony note came up, I moved my diatonic triad, which is my straight line shaped chord that's 5 wide, where the 5th chord tone goes to that note. And that's where I play it. When, what, and where. When there's a harmony note, what is diatonic triad, and where 5th chord tone tracking the harmony note. Harmony note, 5th chord tone tracking. Whether it's above or below. See? Same note. Same note. Resolution note with the 1 chord. Now, harmonizing the black ones, you use your pyramid shape chord and harmonize with your 3rd chord tone, the middle finger. Now here's an example with a song with a black note as a harmony note. It's Misty. Now I'm going to play the melody here with high harmony. Resolution. Okay, I'll do it an octave above. Here's our non-diatonic harmony note. So I go to my pyramid shape, back to my straight line shape chord. So that's 5th chord tone tracking of the white ones, 3rd chord tone tracking of the the straight line chord shape with the 5th chord tone for any of the white ones, and the pyramid shape with the 3rd chord tone, the middle one, for any of those 5 black ones. So, now one last thing. You'll always be playing the key of C. If you want it to come out in a different key, you can use your transpose button and shift the pitch of the keyboard. I'm sure you know about that. Now, here's a great source for key of C songs. It's published by Hal Leonard. And here's the website, HALLEONARD.com. And put in the search box key of C, and you'll get a page with a whole bunch of books like this and they're all in the key of C. There's over 100 songs in this book, all in the key of C. Here's Mystic. So you can get the lyrics and the melody notes from a book like this. So I would recommend that. And they have a whole bunch of other ones. They've got hymns, Christmas songs, country music, show tunes, songs from the 40s, songs from the 80s, rock and roll, early rock, just on and on and on and on. All in the key of C. So you can use this very simple method of playing the songs that you like in the key of C. And just use your chord tone tracking for the harmony notes. And that's it. Feel free to put a comment down there. Good luck.